you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, following a 6-0 vote by the Ellsworth City Council, Glenn Mosier was fired from his post as the city's chief of police. Our Doug Banks explains.
Following an executive session held on Monday, Ellsworth City Council voted 6-0 to terminate Glenn Mosier's role as chief of police. Now, subsequently, they also voted 6-0 to appoint Deputy Police Chief Troy Byers as interim chief of police. The City of Ellsworth's communications specialist states Mosier is still on paid administrative leave as city manager. Matthew Williams will continue to serve as interim city manager until Charles Pierce steps in April 1st. The press release also states due to state law restrictions, the City Council is unable to disclose specific details about confidential personnel discussions. In a letter on behalf of the Ellsworth City Council, they begin by saying Ellsworth is going through a period of big transitions, with other transitions being in response to events we could not have predicted. The letter states if a complaint is made involving the city manager, the City Council is the investigating body. While information about these recent events has been withheld, the City Council acknowledges the public's frustration, but states the employee's right to privacy must prevail. City Councilor Tammy Moat was absent from Monday's executive session vote. After 13 years as a patrol officer, Mosier assumed the role of chief in 2017. In a statement, Glenn Mosier told us in part, quote, "While I regret that my employment for the city of Ellsworth has come to an end, I am proud of my numerous accomplishments over the last 20 years. I am honored and privileged to have worked alongside many wonderful people over the years and wish them all the best." To read the full statement, visit our website, foxbangor.com. In Ellsworth, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine Attorney General Aaron Frey is firing back at the AG from Tennessee after receiving a letter from him co-signed by other states that Frey says was meant to intimidate proponents of a pending piece of legislation here in Maine. At issue is LD 227, which Frey says seeks to protect providers of reproductive health care and gender-affirming care in Maine from interference or prosecution by parties from out of state. Frey referred to Tennessee AG Jonathan Skermetti's sending of that letter as a, quote, extremely unusual effort to influence legislative consideration of another state, and called legal concerns raised in that letter meritless. He argued back that shield laws have been instituted in 17 other states and D.C., and that they are necessary to guard against objecting states who would seek to punish beyond their own borders. Frey said in part, quote, "The proponents of LD 227 do not wish to leave Maine's health care providers open to such overreach when they professionally deliver essential medical care consistent with standards of care in Maine. We do have a right to disagree, and I fully concur that one state cannot control another. Recognizing these shared values, I welcome your respect for Maine's ability to decide what access to health care people in Maine receive, free from interference by out-of-state actors," end quote. A fast-moving fire in Guilford had crews sounding a second alarm at around 10 a.m. this morning. Crews arrived on scene at 8 Bates Court in Guilford to find flames shooting out of the upstairs windows. Having enough manpower and a good attack plan kept the fire contained to one apartment in this 3-family building.
We got it knocked down within probably the first 20 minutes and then mostly overhaul from there, but being an old building, very hard to control, but we controlled the one first apartment.
Reed says the fire may have started in a bedroom closet area. Fire marshals were called to the scene to investigate. It is believed that a quick call from one of the occupants helped firefighters get to this fire so quickly, and that they were able to save 2 out of the 3 apartments there. A Canadian man has been arrested for a burglary at the University of Maine Alfond Arena. Police arrested 56-year-old Stephen Van Roboys from Ontario a little before 8:30 Sunday morning. UMaine Police Chief William Flagg says an officer saw a vehicle parked near the Alfond Arena that had been reported to them the previous day for suspicious activity near the building. The officer investigated and found an unsecured door to the arena. Chief Flagg says the officer found Van Roboys inside, allegedly in the act of stealing various items. Van Roboys is charged with felony burglary. Well, the rising cost of doing business has forced Delta Ambulance to consider increasing its service fees for transporting residents. Our Matthew Juronsik has that story.
Communities that are served by Delta Ambulance are looking for answers after the first responder service announced that there would be a rate increase.
Reimbursement for the last 50 years has remained the same. However, expenses have increased.
Delta Ambulance is a private paramedic company that was created in 1972 by 3 Waterville hospitals. It currently serves 13 towns in the greater Waterville area. This is the second time in the past 2 years the company's increased its rates. Delta Ambulance's Director of Finance Jasmine LaCroix says prior to the pandemic, Delta did not charge a service fee to its communities. Last year, the company started charging communities a service fee of $15 per person. Still not making enough money from this, the proposed price this year was increased to $25.
We had to increase our payroll, increase expenses with the same amount of reimbursement. We realized that we needed that $10 increase for our budget to just break out even. There is no profit on this service charge.
While we understand the need for increases for Delta, if we could have done it in a much smaller fashion so it didn't have as much of a financial impact in any one fiscal year.
However, a combination of staffing shortages and low reimbursement charges from insurance companies has Delta in a tight financial spot.
We're just breaking even from the townspeople. We are also asking the hospitals for a service fee as well because we are 50% transfers and 50% emergencies. We are not looking at this time to make a profit, just able to continue running our company.
Matthew Juroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news tonight, Republican lawmakers are shining a light on the possibility of a new sales tax for streaming service subscriptions in the state. According to Republicans, they first learned of the proposal when reviewing the supplemental budget proposed by Governor Mills. Currently, streaming services are not taxable in Maine, but if that proposal went into effect, it would implement a 5.5% sales tax on all forms of streaming services such as Spotify, Netflix, and Hulu. Senator James Libby, who sits on the taxation committee, says Mainers don't need another tax.
And in this digital age, everything's subscription-based, everything's downloaded. You got to think about, well, down the road, how much we're going to collect here as a state in this new tax. It's just outlandish that this got put in the budget, and I haven't heard a thing about it, and I'm glad that we're able to expose it today. And Republicans care about people.
The bill to enact the tax had a public hearing last week and is still waiting to be voted on by the Taxation Committee. Meanwhile, a push to change Maine's state flag back to the original pine tree design may be facing another delay at the State House. A bill was approved last legislative session to allow voters to decide if they want to keep Maine's current flag or revert to the original 1901 design. Lawmakers in the state and local government committee are currently backing a bill that would push off the referendum until 2026 and create a 5-member commission to recommend a new design to the Secretary of State. Both the House and Senate must approve that delay. The new commission or the original design question will be put on the ballot this November. The Bangor International Airport is set to begin 2 major renovation and improvement projects. Airport manager Jose Sevridra says the airport runway is one of the longest on the East Coast, but it is at the end of its useful life. He says airport runways are typically redone every 15 to 20 years, and they finally have the funding. The other project will create additional gate space by connecting the domestic and international terminals. It also creates more seating and more workroom for people waiting to board flights.
We have a lot of exciting things coming to the airport, and passengers will have a little minor inconveniences. But I think when we look at the big picture, the improvements and changes that we're bringing into the airport are great things for the community and for the passenger experience. And so I'm looking forward to not only these projects, but other big things coming our way.
He says passenger traffic numbers have increased more than 30% in the last 5 years, and there is a high demand for more space and amenities. The $14.2 million renovation and reconstruction project is federally funded. Passengers can expect to see construction starting up in April. Well, changing climate has impacted Maine and numerous businesses that rely on the weather to bring in money. So when the winter produced lackluster snowfall and temperatures, sugar houses had to adjust to the changing conditions. Our Devin Dagnall tells us more.
We always collect sap when there's snow on the ground. That's just the thing. And when the snow's gone, you know the season's almost over.
Sugar houses across the state needed to tap their trees early this year due to the unusually warm winter. According to co-owner of Williams Family Farm, John Williams, this year's maple season started nearly 2 weeks earlier than years past. Sugar houses like the Williams Family Farm were able to adjust their season by starting operations earlier. However, due to warm weather, a lack of sunshine, and high winds, many hobbyists are seeing low yields.
The weather turned, nicer sooner than it normally would.
We had to be ready earlier, and we weren't, but we did the best we could. We had most of the taps in when we needed to get the early flow.
According to experts, there are some areas in the state seeing a slightly shorter season.
Coastal areas that tap trees have actually lost a partial, they go by days, a partial day. Inland in the mountains hasn't seemed to have lost any days. The season hasn't gotten shorter.
Despite the early start and unpredictable weather, Williams Family Farm is actually ahead of schedule and doing better than previous years.
To get what we got, we're happy. We're ahead of last year's production already, so we're happy.
Sugar houses across the state, including Williams Family Farm, will be participating in the annual Maine Maple Weekend, March 23rd and 24th. To find a sugar house near you to support, visit MaineMapleProducers.com. In Clifton, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, speaking of outdoor conditions, let's go ahead and peek outside and get a first look at our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Tuesday. Okay, the wind is finally dying down after 3 days of gusty winds near 50 miles per hour. Lots of power concerns as well. It's going to go calm tomorrow evening. It's dying down now. We'll have wind gusts tonight near 25 miles per hour. Still a small craft advisory out there through midday-ish tomorrow, though, because of waves approaching 8 to 10 feet. All right, temperatures today, 43 here in Bangor, 39 Millinocket. So still above average, but it kind of felt cool, right, with that gusty northwest wind across the region. And this system, the big low, is still trying to pull out of here. Meanwhile, high pressure is trying to build in. You squeeze the air between the two, you get that wind out there today. It is dying down, though, as high pressure builds in for us for tomorrow and less windy. It's going to be a gorgeous day tomorrow. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, still breezy out there with low temperatures near 30. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Thank you, Jeff. We will be waiting for it. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, our Corey Bouchard takes us to the State House's celebration of Franco-American Day. And Millinocket is one of the many Maine towns preparing for a boom in business when the upcoming eclipse rolls through our area. Our Grace Blanchard takes us there. Those stories and more local news when we come right back.
These days you can buy a new mattress anywhere. However, getting the right mattress at the right price will keep you up at night. When you're ready for a new mattress, come to Dorsey's. We've delivered more mattresses to this area than any other retailer. With over 48 years of experience, the largest in-stock selection, plus our 30-night sleep guarantee, we've got the right mattress for you at a great price. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden. Sleep well, my friends.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. So, which one do you want? This one. Wow.
Recent college grads could get a $500 rebate over and above most other offers. Toyota, let's go places.
Come stop by Triple S Tag Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
The Orono Arcade is an ideal birthday party destination. We have the best arcade video games, including Tomb Raider, Halo, Need for Speed, Mario Kart, and Luigi's Mansion. You are guaranteed to have hours of fun. Plus, we also have a 9-hole blacklight mini golf course that changes weekly. Allow us to provide hours of fun for you and your friends. You bring the cake, we'll provide the entertainment. Call us today to schedule your birthday party event, 889-3166.
Blockbuster reveals. Incredible costumes and show-stopping performances.
Bloodsucker, dream
pressure. I love
The Masked Singer, all new Wednesdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu. Hungry goats, drunken raccoons, driving dogs.
And a partridge in a pear tree?
No. All new Animal Control, Wednesdays on Fox.
Hello, I'm Emma Smith, and coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear from the Maine Republican Party on how they feel about the state of certain types of taxes in Maine. Plus, it's Franco-American Day. We'll check out some of the French culture that's prominent here in the state, plus any breaking news and that full forecast coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Welcome back. Some have said if you scratch the skin of a Mainer underneath, you'll find a Canadian. Well, Maine's close connection with French and Acadian heritage was celebrated today at the State House, and our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard has that story.
Le Sénat serait en ordre. The Senate will be in order.
Tuesday was Franco-American Day at the State House, a day to honor the French and Acadian heritage of the state. The first part of the Senate session was conducted in French and English, with 3 national anthems being sung. French, Canadian, and the United States.
The Franco-Americans, did so much to build the state of Maine, build this country, their culture, the heritage.
A ceremony was also held to honor the 9 newest inductees of the Maine Franco-American Hall of Fame.
And to recognize certain individuals who have Maine connections, who have during their lives supported those links between the Francophone world.
According to Jackson, one of the reasons it's so important to honor French and Acadian heritage at the state level is that for many years, the government banned the speaking of French in classrooms, effectively limiting its fluency in an entire generation.
They actually say that, like, my generation is a lost generation because, like, my parents, grandparents could speak French, but they never taught it to my parents. Thereby, I never heard it, and I had 3 grandparents that could speak French. So, in that, regardless of what, heritage you are, when somebody tries to stamp out your heritage, that is absolutely wrong and something I'm never going to agree with.
At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, Millinocket is expected to be just outside the centerline path of totality for the upcoming total eclipse. And local businesses are gearing up for multiple days of events and festivals to showcase the biggest small town in Maine. Our Grace Blanchard has the story.
There's an expectation that there could be 20 to 50,000 people coming to Millinocket to see the eclipse.
As many small northern Maine towns prepare for an influx of thousands of visitors on the day of the eclipse, the New England Outdoor Center and Katahdin Resorts is planning their largest festival yet.
There are going to be more people here than the area can handle, so we've designed a festival type day for the eclipse where we have 5 bands playing at 3 different locations.
The owner says, like most rentals in the area, their lodging is completely sold out, but they are selling over 400 eclipse packages for a full day of festivities.
The eclipse is sort of additive to our normal routine, and now it's helping make up for a piece of our normal routine that we've lost, so that's great.
He says the lack of snow made a significant dent into the area's outdoor winter recreation season.
Really devastating for our economy. And so for that reason, we are hopeful that this is going to give a nice boost, a shot in the arm, certainly to our hospitality industries, but also to organizations.
The Katahdin Chamber of Commerce board president says they have been planning events across 7 different communities in northern Maine for months.
It really came together quite rapidly once people realized this is a big deal.
The community hopes to showcase all the area has to offer.
People are really going to get a chance to see Maine that haven't had a chance to see it before. So hopefully we'll have good weather and people will really have a great time.
In Millinocket, Grace Blanchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, we'll have more on the highly contentious proposed ban on TikTok as lawmakers and TikTok officials converge. And President Biden made his case for the union vote at a meeting with members of the Teamsters. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
This spring is the perfect time to get away.
with a great deal on your favorite Hyundai model. All backed by America's best warranty, plus 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Add more joy to your journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get in and get away now before these deals are gone. Lease an all-wheel drive Palisade SEL for only $349 a month, or step up and get unlimited with $1,500 bonus cash. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
So we've lived in this house coming up 23 years. We just bought the tractor, and I haven't any idea how we survived without it.
We're trying to rebuild the rock wall on this new property. She says, pick that rock up and put it here. No, it'll look better if you turn it this way. No, we're gonna need to move it over there 5 feet.
I would come to him and say, can you do this for me? And he'd kind of, do the, ugh. But now he has a tractor, he's much more motivated.
Experience United, your local John Deere dealer.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
A new era of spring football kicks off. March 30th, the USFL champs versus the XFL champs. The heavyweight matchup that the fans deserve. Spring just got stronger. UFL kickoff weekend begins Saturday, March 30th at 1 on Fox. There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
The Pentagon announced a new security aid package worth $300 million to provide Ukraine with weapons and ammo. Fox's senior national correspondent Kevin Cork has the story.
A long-range missile drone attack in the Russian city of Belgrade, where at least 2 women were reported injured. A missile strike that reportedly killed 4 people and injured at least 38 others inside an apartment building in central Ukraine. It's all part of an intensifying cross-border fight between Russia and Ukraine as the war extends into its 3rd year. This week, Ukrainian officials claim to have hit 2 oil facilities deep inside Russia during a wave of attacks across 8 regions. Meanwhile, Moscow claims it thwarted the border raids, killing more than 230 Ukrainian fighters. While it's impossible to verify war accounts, the White House warns Ukraine's situation on the ground is dire.
Ukraine does not have enough ammunition to fire back. That's costing terrain, it's costing lives, and it's costing us.
On Tuesday, the Pentagon announced a new $300 million emergency aid package to provide Ukraine with weapons and ammunition, money that was handed out through the Presidential Drawdown Authority.
We were able to provide this PDA due to negotiated savings on contracts to replace equipment from previous drawdowns for Ukraine.
The aid announcement came as Poland's Prime Minister and President met with President Biden at the White House. Both men, along with Biden, urging Congress to pass critical funding for Ukraine.
We must act before it literally is too late.
House Democrats have launched an effort to force a vote on Ukraine funding via a discharge petition that needs 218 signatures. In Washington, Kevin Cork, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the resignation of Haiti's prime minister is raising questions about the political transition process and what the move means for the people of Haiti. Fox's Greg Palcott is in London with the latest reaction and what the U.S. is saying to expect.
We welcome yesterday's announcement of a transitional governance structure in Haiti.
After weeks of escalating chaos and violence in Haiti, the U.S. State Department Tuesday praised the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry, saying the move now paves the way for a peaceful transition of power. In a video statement released overnight, Henry announced he would be leaving, saying the Haitian people need stability and to rebuild democratic institutions.
I'm asking for all Haitians to remain calm and do everything they can for peace and stability to come back as fast as possible for the good of the country.
Henry was named prime minister at the beginning of July 2021 by then-President Jovenel Moïse, but 2 days later, Moïse was assassinated, leaving Henry to unexpectedly fill the role. Yet, in the months that followed, criticism mounted over Henry being unelected, and over the past few weeks, a wave of gang violence has swept through the capital. Now, Henry says he will leave once a transitional council is established, a move Caribbean leaders pushed for during an emergency meeting on Monday, just hours before Henry's resignation.
It further seeks to assure that Haiti will be governed by the rule of law.
If the Haitian government falls, lawmakers worry the ripple effect could worsen the migrant crisis.
There will be new leadership that will separate the gangs from leading this country. And we, as America, as a nearby neighbor, have an important role to play.
The State Department says it expects the Transitional Council to be appointed in the next 24 to 48 hours, with an interim prime minister named shortly after. In London, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
An additional note there, the State Department says an additional $100 million will be given to Haiti to help the Caribbean nation achieve peace and stability. On Monday, Secretary of State Blinken said $33 million will also be given to Haitian humanitarian relief. Moving on now, the debate over TikTok is heating up as it has been. The House moving closer to passing a new law trying to separate the popular app from the Chinese government. Fox's Connor Hansen has more from New York.
The House seems poised to pass a bill targeting TikTok in the U.S. if it doesn't separate from its Chinese parent company, ByteDance. But before the bill heads to a vote, TikTok CEO Shou Chew is in Washington to meet with lawmakers.
Can't criticize him for doing it. He could be hiding in his office, but he's not doing that.
It's unclear who on Capitol Hill he'll meet with. And after a confidential intelligence briefing on the popular app, there's bipartisan support for the bill, but there are more mixed opinions in the Senate.
You've got constitutional issues, national security issues. It's not going to pass through the Senate just immediately because it passed through the House.
Hopefully one thing we can agree upon in a bipartisan way is that China's our chief adversary, and why we would allow them to have an AI weapon aimed at the United States of America and our kids is beyond me.
The debate comes as top intelligence officials testify before Congress on foreign threats to the U.S., especially during an election year.
Americans need to ask themselves whether they want to give the Chinese government the ability to control access to their data.
With about 170 million TikTok users in the U.S., lawmakers are also considering the public's strong stance on a potential ban.
Are you hearing from your constituents who are on TikTok and urging you to vote against it?
A lot of them are calling.
Despite strong Republican support in the House, former President Trump has shifted his stance against banning the app. President Biden has said he will sign the bill if it's passed. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
Well, some lawmakers and TikTok creators alike oppose the House's proposed TikTok ban. Congressman Robert Garcia is saying the bill is unfair to TikTok and would actually hurt small businesses.
Some of these creators and these business owners solely depend on TikTok for their revenue and their job. And so to rush a process forward that could ban their form of work, particularly young people in this country, is misguided and it's rush. We also believe that singling out TikTok is not fair. Now, we all need to be honest about the dangers of social media, and we understand those. Is there disinformation on TikTok? Absolutely. Is there also disinformation on Meta, on Instagram, on X? Absolutely.
The House of Representatives again voting on the bill to ban TikTok tomorrow. Well, President Biden made his case for the union vote at a meeting with members of the Teamsters, one of the largest unions in the nation. Fox's Brian Yennis has more.
His message has been, consistent. He's the only pro-union president.
President Biden, once again, hoping his stance as the self-proclaimed most pro-union president in history will earn him another major union endorsement. this time from the 1.3 million member International Brotherhood of Teamsters. Biden courted their vote at a meeting with members in Washington Tuesday.
The meeting went well. Our rank and file members got the opportunity to ask the president questions that are important to us.
Among the topics discussed, workers' wages, income inequality, corporate bankruptcy reform, and antitrust enforcement in the warehouse and package delivery industries.
We also talked about, we need to protect workers when they go to organize from retribution and retaliation.
While the meeting may have been productive, don't expect a Teamsters endorsement anytime soon. Union leaders say they will be holding internal polling before they make a decision.
This decision will be made with a lot of due diligence, a lot of input from our members with the polling, and then ultimately it will be brought to our General Executive Board for a recommendation.
Former President Trump already met with the Teamsters in January. The same month, President Biden secured the endorsement of the United Auto Workers, a major boost as he looks to win working-class voters in the Midwest battleground states. The Teamsters say a final decision on their endorsement could come after the conventions in New York. Brian Yennis, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, lawmakers, athletes, and coaches gathering on Capitol Hill to talk about the future of NIL deals. And in sports, primed with a new coach and a ton of experience, Husson softball is off to a hot start, winning their past 3 games. We'll be right back.
England.
Kane scores!
Brazil.
It can never get better than this!
March 23rd on Fox.
The Legacy Sandwich, where you can find quality, homemade sandwiches that are made to order. When it comes to food, we take it seriously. That's why we serve shredded chicken and turkey on our sandwiches, and our bacon is cooked fresh daily. To pair with your sandwich, we also have a selection of homemade soups, macaroni salad, and baked goods for dessert. The Legacy Sandwich, voted Bangor's best deli sandwich shop for the past 12 years running. It's not just a sandwich, it's a legacy. Give us a call today.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
We get up and go, no matter what day it is. We make sure nothing keeps us from doing what needs to be done, because we're driven by what we love. Milwaukee's outdoor power equipment handles any job, big or small. From trimmers, blowers, and mowers to chain and pole saws, Milwaukee's battery-operated, high-output tools will help get you to the moments that matter most. Get what you need to keep you firing on all cylinders when you sign up for Napa Rewards. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Did you see that? Hear that? Feel that? Is this how you prove you earn the crown?
Winning is in his DNA.
How you shut up the haters?
I love it.
Handle the heat?
Who's going to make the move? It's going to be a must-win.
Is this a shooting star? Rock star? Superstar? Okay. Let's all take a deep breath. Because once we peel out, there's no looking back. You ready?
It has been 20 years since Scott Peterson was convicted of murdering his wife Lacey and their unborn son. Now his legal team is asking a judge to give them access to evidence from the original trial. They say they can support their contention that Peterson is innocent. Fox's Claudia Cowan reports from Redwood City, California.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Out of appeals and locked up for life, Scott Peterson appeared virtually in the same courthouse where he was convicted of murdering his pregnant wife 20 years ago, hoping lawyers with the LA Innocence Project can access evidence that they believe could exonerate him.
Mr. Peterson has been waiting 20 years to find some of these police reports and audio recordings and video recordings that should have been provided.
Peterson claims he was fishing in the San Francisco Bay when his 8 months pregnant wife disappeared on Christmas Eve 2002. Revelations of an affair sparked a media frenzy, and in 2004, he was convicted on 2 counts of murder. But the LA Innocence Project, a nonprofit that focuses on overturning what they say are wrongful convictions, argues the jury never heard from witnesses who believe they saw Laci alive after Scott says he went fishing, or about a burned-out van that contained traces of blood found near the Petersons' home in Modesto. Peterson's lawyers want to test the blood and prove whether or not it was Laci's.
If they can show that it was Laci's DNA in that van, that may be enough not only to get him a new trial, but to set him free. So it's important that society gets these cases right.
The defense pleadings in this particular case, specifically for the DNA motion, is 142 pages.
Prosecutors are scoffing at this legal maneuver, saying they did provide Peterson's defense team with a mountain of evidence the nonprofit is petitioning the court to review. More hearings to come as the two sides wrangle over motions and discovery. But here's the bottom line. If a judge rules in favor of the LA Innocence Project, we could have a redo of one of the most sensational murder trials in recent history and a stunning twist in this high-profile case. In Redwood City, California, Claudia Cowan, Fox News.
In other news, is your car selling you out to your insurance company? Well, drivers of cars made by General Motors, Honda, Ford, and several other brands say they noticed their insurance rates skyrocketing after the companies sent data about their driving habits to issuers without them knowing. Some say that they noticed the price hikes after systems such as GM's OnStar were installed in their vehicles. Incidents of hard braking, sharp accelerations, and speeding were also said to be noted by OnStar and collected by LexisNexis, which is a software company that collects and sells data, then sells it to insurance companies. The issue is currently under investigation. Lawmakers and influential people in the world of college sports got together to talk about passing a law governing NIL deals. That's name, image, and likeness. Fox's Connor Hansen again now with that story.
Since college athletes were allowed to start profiting from their names, image, and likeness, debate has continued over how far it should go. Some students have made massive sums of money in college, but there are concerns about smaller schools with less to offer getting left behind.
We also need a system where we have real competition and fair competition and not just one or two monster schools and everyone else as a hanger-on.
Alabama's former football coach Nick Saban visited Capitol Hill to express his concerns about the new model of collectives. That's when college boosters set up a way to raise money to lure highly sought-after players, offering multi-million-dollar NIL contracts.
It's whoever wants to pay the most money, raise the most money, buy the most players is going to have the best opportunity to win.
There has been a push by some to make student athletes employees of their colleges. Dartmouth's men's basketball team recently voted to unionize. People at this Washington roundtable said they don't support an employee model. Two major earners told the group the deals have created financial opportunities beyond just sports.
We built a brand and business. We've learned tremendously how to invest our money, build connections, have multiple revenue streams through NIL.
Different states have tried to create their own laws on NIL deals. Senator Ted Cruz said there's a 50-50 chance they'll be able to pass a law standardizing rules across the country this year. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
And coming up, we've got Jeff back with the full 5-day forecast. You don't want to miss it.
We earned it. The northwest wind is dying down now. Tomorrow, some sunshine's back in the forecast, followed by 50s in there as well. Details on that when I come back.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,000 total value on Silverado, LTZ, and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
Visit your Maine Chevy dealer.
Maine Commercial Solar offers a variety of services including solar system design, sales, maintenance, and installation. Maine Commercial Solar can help you with existing or new systems. We offer packages for installation by others, or we can help you build your own solar array, smaller residential, or anything in between. Maine Commercial Solar is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions. We offer competitive pay, a 3% IRA match, vacation, holiday time, and a family-oriented environment. If interested, please call Jason at 848-7486.
CEM DP Porter Contractors have been in business for more than 40 years. We have recently added an electrical division to further be of service to our loyal customers. CEM specializes in design build for commercial and residential projects. Whether you need help with older construction, new build-outs, or electrical services, CEM has you covered. CEM is currently hiring for all positions. We offer competitive pay as well as great benefits. To inquire about employment or construction, please reach out to 848-7486 or visit CEMMaine.com.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Washington County Community College. Discover choices, create success. Don't miss out on free college. And okay, lots to talk about tonight. A speed bump in there, though. But tomorrow's going to be a pretty nice day. But first, there are some areas of gusty winds out there still tonight. After 3 days of gusts near 50 miles per hour, this is finally dying down. And tomorrow is going to be a very nice day across the region. Okay, so winds right now are the northwest at 16 sustained. Still getting gusts near 25 to 30. Again, these are dying down tonight and likely going calm tomorrow night. I haven't said that for a while, as we have much nicer weather on the way ahead of then our next system getting in here by the weekend. Still a small craft advisory out there through about midday-ish tomorrow for wave heights out here around 8 feet or so into the bays. All right, so low temperatures today, 31 here in Bangor, 20 in Millinocket. This is not normal. Average lows are in the upper teens to low 20s. All of us were above that this morning. But recovered nicely. Okay, still felt cool though, right? With that gusty northwest wind. High of 43 here in Bangor, 39 Millinocket. We're going to work on this though, as 50s are back in the forecast as soon as tomorrow. Here's the low. We just can't get rid of this thing again, but it's beginning to move away. So some light cloud cover out there tonight. Again, you squeeze the air between the low and the high to the west of us, and you get that wind across our region. But overall, this is the high. A very nice day for us for tomorrow. Less windy. Probably the same story for us also on Thursday, followed by our next weather system getting here probably Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Another long duration kind of wet event for us later Thursday, more so Friday and Saturday. Let's walk it through it. So here's tomorrow morning looking pretty good. Don't forget your sunglasses tomorrow with temperatures in the 30s tomorrow morning. Increasing clouds tomorrow evening. Probably keep the rain showers away though. This air is very dry. There might be a sprinkle on Thursday. I'm going with most likely not before our bigger system gets in here, more so on Friday. Here it comes now. This one could bring us a healthy rain event again on Friday, and then again probably late Saturday into Sunday. That could end as a little bit of snow on Sunday morning. Our forecast though for tonight, they're looking at partly cloudy skies, not as windy, but still breezy. Look for low temperatures down near 28 with that northwest wind gusting near 25. That's better, right? For tomorrow, 53 and sunny. We earned it with that northwest breeze around 5 to 10, especially throughout the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows tomorrow low to mid 50s. Okay, we got this. Increasing clouds Thursday. There could be a sprinkle, most likely not. And then I do have rain in the forecast for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It won't be an all-day rain. Just no showers will be in the area Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Highs Friday near 50 and definitely in the mid 40s for Saturday into Sunday.
We'll definitely not be sorry to feel those winds dying down. That is for sure. Coming up next, folks, we've got sports. Keep it right here.
Don't get cold feet this winter. Stay warm and dry with high-performance footwear from Comfort Shoes and More. With an extensive selection of winter boots rated from 0 to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll find comfort in knowing your feet will be warm in any weather. Discover the latest in functional and fashionable footwear with grippers built right into the sole. With boots in stock up to 6E and size 17 for men and women. Take the drive to Newport for a sit and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
The best value for your money is always at the Furniture Gallery. Strike gold on value and comfort with recliners starting at $298 and power recliners starting at $398. Feel like a lucky charm with deals on this reclining sofa for $598 or on this sofa chaise, also $598. Find unbeatable savings at the Furniture Gallery on top brands like Serta, Restonic, Parker House, Ashley, Flexsteel, and more. Markdown madness is happening now, so hurry in and save big. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Dear Savvy Traveler, airline food isn't what it used to be. I need to fuel up before I fly.
Dear Hangry, you can fill up before takeoff at Bangor International Airport. The Highlands Cafe has quick and casual. The Refueler Pub and Grill has heartier fare. And the Post Security Cafe, other side of TSA, offers a pick-me-up before wheels up. Bon appetit and bon voyage, Hangry. And remember, the savvy travel through Bangor International Airport. Flybangor.com.
Little Miss Davis Sweets and Treats, a home-based business that specializes in homemade baked goods. I bake everything from mini cupcakes and cakes, including my giant cookies, cupcakes, and large gingerbread men. I also specialize in baking homemade fudge and brownies too. Everything I bake is made to order, so I do kindly ask for at least a 7-day pickup notice when placing your order. Little Miss Davis Sweets and Treats.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio in Bangor, located in the Penobscot Plaza, providing custom ink by licensed artists for more than 20 years.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start in the Diamond. Husson softball is once again looking great as the Eagles are out to a hot non-conference start, and already the clubhouse is buzzing about a potential 6th straight NAC title. Ryan Sudol has more.
We've adapted, we've overcome, and that's Husson softball. We always find a way to win.
Surprise! Husson softball is good again. And the Eagles are out to their best non-conference start in 5 years at 8-4.
We obviously play some tough opponents in Florida, so coming back 8-4 is one of the best records we could have.
But it's the way they won, too. 5 of their 8 wins against these tough teams came in comeback efforts, made more impressive by the diversity of their batting order.
We saw a lot of different people in games and different games, and we still had the resilience to come back. We pulled people off the bench, got the pinch hits when we need it. We can call any person off this bench to come and win this game for us.
In the pitcher's circle, a void had to be filled, with superstar McKenna Smith graduating. But for freshman Anna Lang and sophomore Danny Masterson, a combined 2.4 ERA sounds just fine.
I think those two have really stepped up and, have shown that they belong here. Without McKenna, without that fierceness in the circle, we still have more fierceness coming up. They may be young, but they're mighty.
And all of this with a new head coach. Rick Roberts was a longtime assistant and is now bringing a new yet welcomed philosophy to the squad.
Certain things we focus on more than before, more things we emphasize on. We hit more this preseason than we ever have. It's a change, but it's a good change.
Yet, it seems nothing has changed about the Eagles. They were picked in the polls to win their 6th straight NAC title for a reason, and they have no doubt that's where they're headed if they keep things up.
It's hard to continue that intensity throughout these long months and these cold months, but we've done a great job so far and just keeping up that we want to win mentality. I think we're looking good. Everybody just be ready. We got some stuff to prove.
In Bangor, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Let's go to some basketball now. On Friday, Maine women's basketball will play in the America East Finals, marking the 8th time the Black Bears have reached the title game in the past 9 years. It's also the 2nd time in the past 3 years that Maine will host the America East title game, so they have the chance to do something special to punch their ticket to the big dance on their home floor after a comeback win against Binghamton on Monday. It would be their first time making the NCAA tournament since 2019 when they beat Hartford for the America East Championship. And junior Adriana Smith says there is no other group she'd rather go to battle with on Friday than the one she's with right now.
It feels great. I'm really excited. Like, there's no other group I'd rather go into this with. Like, I have all the faith in the world in this group, and that we'll get it done. We keep saying to each other, after this game, we got one more. This is what we've been working for the whole year. I'm really confident, and I'm really excited to go into this game on Friday.
All right, that tips at 6 p.m. Friday in the Pit. Let's move on to some hockey now. The Boston Bruins dropping a game on Monday night to the St. Louis Blues 5-1, just a few days after winning 5-1 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. With the loss, the Bruins are now 7-11 since the All-Star break. They entered the break atop the Eastern Conference. Now they sit in second with 91 points. They're just one of 4 teams with 91 or more points in the league, so still not pressing the panic button yet, but it has been rocky this second half. A lot of overtime games, some tough losses. Head coach Jim Montgomery was asked if there were any issues he saw specifically, and here was his response.
You know, I think our team has shown the ability to check. We've shown the ability to score. We've shown the ability to play physical. We just got to consistently do it, you know, and value being hard to play against. That's the number one thing, and that's hard to do all 82 games. It's just you know, it's rare that you can be able to do that just because, like, we just finished 6 and 10 nights. You know, it happens.
All right, time for some football talk now. On Monday, the NFL's legal tampering period began, so teams could talk to players and announce deals before the official start of free agency, which is 4 p.m. on Wednesday. So when that date and time hits, as of Tuesday night, here are the players who will and will not be putting pen to paper with the Patriots. They have signed or re-signed Michael Onwenu, Chukwuma Okorafor, Antonio Gibson, Jacoby Brissett, Sion Takitaki, Josh Uche, Jalen Rieger, and Austin Hooper, that one coming late Tuesday night, while they say goodbye to wide receiver Devontae Parker. Mac Jones, that asterisk is there. He was traded for a 6th-round pick. Tight end Mike Gesicki moves on, as does Mac Wilson and Jalen Mills. So it should be an exciting rest of the offseason for New England. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Imagine all the slopes you'll conquer.
Sick.
Imagine all the sights you'll see.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay, how about you imagine dropping me off?
Right now, you could get special low 4.75% financing for 60 months on select luxurious all-wheel drive Highlanders, which could save you up to $2,800.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to 207 Wellness, where transformation begins from within. Embark on a journey of self-betterment with our comprehensive services from weight management to IV hydration, vitamin supplementation, and neurotoxin injections. 207 Wellness is here to support your wellness goals. Take the first step toward a healthier, happier you. Rejuvenate your body, refresh your mind, and reclaim your vitality with 207 Wellness. Transform your wellness, transform your life. Give us a call today.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Tired of your internet service constantly letting you down? Those other providers may promise the world with their flashy advertisements, but are you truly having a good customer experience? Fear not, because there's a new player in town. Introducing GoNet Speed. No more endless hold times or automated responses. We're here to listen, support, and provide you with the exceptional service you deserve. Our fast, reliable fiber internet, it's mind-blowing. Let us show you what true internet satisfaction feels like.
25 words or less.
Wave, light, pebble, brimble.
You did it! You did it!
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
A new survey is ranking the best airports in North America, and some of the rankings may come as a bit of a surprise. LaGuardia Airport making a leap in the rankings, the rating by Airport Council International recognizing it as the best mid-size airport in North America in 2023. That could be thanks to some major changes at the airport in Queens, 5 years in the making and billions of dollars later. Back when he was vice president, Joe Biden slammed the airport, pointing it out as an example of bad infrastructure in the U.S. at the time, saying it was something you'd see in a, quote, third world country. But the airport has bounced back, earning a spot with a top 20% satisfaction score in the Airport Service Quality Program. Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport also recognized as one of the best mid-size airports in the country. That category includes travel hubs that serve between 25 to 40 million passengers a year. The top airports serving over 40 million passengers a year included Dallas, Toronto, and of course, Atlanta. A confrontation during a traffic stop in Ohio. 2 officers in the city of Bay Village pulled over a driver for speeding Saturday morning. One of the officers was heading back to the patrol vehicle when a pair of wild turkeys approached. Take a look at this. A wildlife rehabilitation specialist says it's likely these turkeys are being fed or are otherwise accustomed to being closer to people than they would be in the wild. The police department says no turkeys or officers were injured during the confrontation. I certainly hope not. Oh my goodness. Well, Gifford's Ice Cream has announced when they will open for the season, and even sweeter than that, there will be some new flavors for us all to check out. All of the Gifford's family-owned stands will be opening in the next few weeks, starting with the Bangor stand that will open this Friday around noontime. Followed the next Friday with Waterville, and April 5th, the Skowhegan stand opens for business. Something to be on the lookout for, the new pint flavors, including Wyman's Wild Blueberry Cheesecake, yes please, Banana Caramel Coconut, Salted Vanilla Toffee, Double Dough, Spicy Strawberry Pretzel, Passion Fruit Mango Sangria Sorbet, and Reverse Chocolate Chip. And finally, at every stand, you'll see a new menu item as well called the Gifford Sampler. Choose 5 flavors and get a taste test of 2 ounces each. Cannot wait to give that a try. I need that blueberry cheesecake ice cream. Big time. Stat, please bring me some. All right, well, that is going to do it for us, folks. We hope you have a great rest of your night. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.